And I want you all to think about that today. And I hope that your teachers who all brought you here will help to give you some assignments to help you think about those things. I see you all have notes to take, so that's good. I'm glad you have some notes to take. When we think about that's the possibility of thinking broadly and outside the box that Garvey and Nkrumah thought outside the box and did outside the box. Nkrumah, both of them were here in the U.S. for a period of time. Nkrumah went to Lincoln University and began exposed to some of the thinking of people of African descent in America. And Garvey having his own ideas from Jamaica, but then coming here and seeing and experiencing folks and coming up with ideas about how to change the world. And what we want you to do is figure out how you're going to change the world. Because one of you is the next Garvey. One of you is the next Fannie Lou Hamer. One of you is the next Madam C.J. Walker. One of you is the next Nelson Mandela. And we need you to realize it. You have to wake up and see that that is the role that they were young folks just like you at some point in time, and then they took the mantle and changed the world. And you have the ability to change the world. And so I want to introduce to you Kaba Hiawatha Kamini, and he is an educator. He taught in the New York City school system for a long time, and he also he was an educator in the Bronx, from where he retired in 2009, and he also he has a bachelor's degree in international politics from New York University. His minor was in Caribbean studies. He got his first master's in world history from Hunter College, and received his second master's in science in educational administration and supervision at City College. He basically is a wealth of knowledge, and he takes that wealth of knowledge and he shares it with folks in an organization that he created, the Perranc House, which is now he's a consultant, and he consults with folks, and he goes out and helps to educate folks and help them to build their educational foundations. We have a small group of us here in the city of Newark have a homeschool, an African-centered homeschool co-op, and he came to our co-op and did a workshop to help us to figure out ways to best educate our own children, right? And so this is something that he does all around, and what he's here today is to share some wisdom with you, and I encourage you to take some notes, to ask some questions, and we're going to have a reception afterwards, and we're going to have a second session, but I want to just open the door and ask my brother to come join us up on stage, and I ask you to give him a round of applause.